$200 group pool matches. To join these pool matches and other tournaments, join the OBG Discord server, linked down below in the description. Thank you to Graikos and his Tortoises for all factions that are used in all of these competitive matches. Welcome to Boopathi versus Bees. Boopathi is here attacking as Macedon. Got a lot of troops here, and we are spectating as Boopathi as well. A lot of rams, no siege towers, which is different, and defending, or in this case attacking, what an odd battle, is Bees. Okay, I thought he was bringing out the entire army for a second. I was going to say that that would have been an odd manoeuvre, but I like what I'm seeing so far. I like little strategies like this. We've got Bees as Armenia, bringing out 2 archers, a missile cav unit, yep, his general, a heavy shock cav unit, and a medium swordsman unit for Hillman, just to be able to hold them back if they send in a lot of infantry. Macedon making the push onto the walls, ignoring this force completely so far, which is surprising. He's got his general facing them, but I don't know how he's going to deal with this. This force here could do a lot of damage potentially. But it does also leave the city very open, so maybe he might actually be best off just charging right in there. The walls are falling, as expected. The tower's getting a load of kills, and he's got no siege towers to distract enemy fire. He's just taking the hits on his expensive troops. It seems like both players here plan to play this very aggressively. Balance of power 50-50 right now, pretty much. And here we go. The cavalry, boom, just charging right into those hillmen there, taking out half of them in just the charge alone. Gotta be careful with those missiles though. I think that was a bit of a waste. You probably got more friendly fire if anything. Yeah, they've lost a lot of men on this cav unit though. They're not pushing into the city yet. I think this is a mistake. I would say whilst a lot of their troops are here, just force all of your men into here. Neutralise this gatehouse, because this is still firing. This is getting a load of kills. Just flood in there, neutralise it, push for the plaza, take all the towers, and just try and ignore this, play it defensively. Instead, he's doing a different strategy, which I do like. He's pushing in heavily for the general, and if he can kill the general here, that is also a very good move for Boopathi. And then after that, Bees, I don't know what he will do. That is then a tricky spot, but Boopathi losing his cavalry in this. And he did not kill the general. But he broke the archers at least, catching them in the flank, and these guys still standing here. How many hits are they just absorbing? How many hit points are they losing? I missed this. The missile cav unit got round, charged into the ballista. The light Greek scorpion. Probably getting some kills there, yeah. 240 kills! I'm sorry I missed that there. That was my big mistake. Both, again, as I said before, both players playing this very aggressively. But they need to charge more into the city, I think. At this point, if I was Bees, as Armenia here, I would pull out my general. Oh, never mind. General recently died. He's lost his general doing this. If he hadn't lost his general, this would have been worth it, and I would have said at this point, I accept it as a win. You've done a lot, but now pull out. Play it safe now. Don't over-gamble. But it's over-gambled. He has lost his general. He's going to lose this archer unit as well. Yeah, that cav charge is going to do it for him. He might still have a missile cav unit, like hiding in the trees somewhere. They've broken as well. They got a lot of kills, 242, but now they've broken. That is a disaster. And Macedon's general is still nearby. He lost a lot of men here, unnecessarily. Wasted losses to the towers. It's like at this point he could have already charged in, neutralised this tower, saved a load of his own men. and be breaking these guys, but nah. He didn't charge him when he should have. Trying to burn down the gate. Not the strategy I would go for, simply because it takes too long. Especially when there's an opening right here, which is safe from tower fire. Surely that is the better manoeuvre. Yep, neutralise this tower here. Stop that from firing. They should have done this so long ago. But nah, I think maybe he was distracted by those units there. But I don't think it's that difficult to just highlight your troops and at least click them in there. There we go. It's neutralised. He's going to make a breach here in the gate. Eventually. I think this is just a pointless waste of time. I don't know why he's doing that. And if I'm being honest, I think Macedon under Boopathi is going to win it here. I think it's the loss of a general early on that's going to really switch this battle in his favour, but you never know. It now comes down to just a slog of melee fighting melee, swordsman on swordsman, and there's really not much more to it than that. The gatehouse is going to break, he's going to get some extra troops in here, but again, they'd have been better pushing this way, I think. Or is he going to use it just to get some javelins in? He didn't get that many kills, alright. He's charging in there now. Opening up another little front here. Arrow fire coming in. Getting a lot of kills on those archers there. That's going to break that unit. Just such a shame that Bees lost his general. If the general didn't die there, I think Bees has this in his favour. But because the general died, I think Boopathi might win this. If he wins the melee push, that is. And he has morale advantage now, because of the general stuff. But will it be enough? Has he picked the right units here to make such a push? What unit's back here? Right, he's got a full 158 swordsmen here. Maybe he didn't realise that missile cav broke. Maybe he's looking for them. I don't know what's happening with those. Get them on the field, I say. He lost that for gate push. Yeah, that was such a waste, I think, that gate push. He lost so many men unnecessarily. Let's have a little zoom in here, see the units fighting. It's just swordsman versus swordsman. Nice jump. Oh, in some cases, axeman. That guy's gonna die. 1 versus 3 at this point. 1 versus 4. Yeah, they got him. I do like these little pink flowers here. Although it must be really annoying fighting in grass this long. Like, you'd think someone would cut the grass at least. Must be cool being up here getting like a full field view of it, although you're perfectly in range of an archer shot. And you'll probably twist your ankle on the rubble as well. And you know that you're going to start levitating when you die. Let's zoom out a bit, what's going on? Again, it's just a melee push, there's really nothing to cast here. It's just who's going to win the melee push. He's got his spearmen in there as well. Yeah, if you're playing as Macedon, you might as well bring the phalanxes. He's still got the gate neutralised. I think this is going to be a big decider here, who can take the gate first. But I think it's going to be won just by who slaughters who first in melee. It's like they're doing all their little manoeuvres, but there's not that much more to it than that. And it is starting to look surprisingly in favour of Bees in terms of morale here, even though he's the one with the general alive. His morale is just not holding out. I'm seeing like a base morale of around 55 on these units, whereas Macedon's units, base morale of about 60 or 70. I don't know why they're breaking here. In my opinion, what I'm seeing here, this should be all Macedon, but no, it's actually going in favour of Bees, the attacker. It must have been the loss of those 240 men early on to the missile cav. That must have had more of an impact than I'm judging here. Archers on the walls taking out all those archers. And Boopathi, why do you still have a swordsman unit back over there? Maybe there's a strategy to this, but it looks to me like he's just not paying enough attention here, which you cannot do in a tournament with a $200 prize pool. And with that, all of his infantry goes. Where's his general? Is his general dead as well? Such a waste of a battle, such a waste of a unit. Now he realises. Now he's bringing it forwards. They're already going to be exhausted by the time we get here. The general's still alive for Macedon, but no, that's it. A waste, I would say. Both of them wasted their opportunity there, but Bees managed to pull it back. Those are the kills. 242. Such a good value for you. Such a good unit there. So much value. 231 on that archer. 200 on that cav unit. Although, to be fair, most of those were just charging down the hillmen. And this time, Boopathi is playing as Tortoises. A lot of axemen. It's all axemen near enough. Versus Boopathi. No, it's not Boopathi versus Boopathi. It is Boopathi versus Bees. Boopathi is Tortoises on the opposite side now, defending, and Bees is the one attacking now, as the Nabateans here, one of the desert factions, I believe. Yeah, I'm not too familiar with these. I think, is this one of the Arabian desert factions? I think it is. Balance of power is even. And we've got Boopathi here also pushing out 3 archer units, 2 swordsmen and a cav unit, 2 more swordsmen coming. Oh, he's really going all out on this investment here, which I would not advise, because he's fighting on the low ground. Why would you accept this? To be able to fight this, you have to at least get here, but he controls the high ground now. Pull back into the city. This is not worth it. Do not fight on the low ground like this. Yeah, just pull back in there. This is not worth it. If you're fighting over here, that's fine. If you were able to get up here earlier, that's fine, but not like this. Look, he has the high ground now. Bees has the high ground, and he's getting his missile shots in there with full advantage. Boopathi, you've got to be careful. And he doesn't have tower support as well, so Bees could just form his troops up here, use the high ground, and get a load of kills. Which he did, basically. Boopathi seems to have realised, and he has pulled back, but he still does want this high ground. Breaches have been made. I'll cover that once units start to actually pour in. He might be able to do something. Get the high ground here. But no, it's just that archer fire. The archer fire from Bees is just so much more superior due to the high ground. Boopathi making the push in there, trying to neutralise the tower. Throwing a load of his men in there. And yeah, he just needs to stop this tower from shooting as soon as possible. And there we go with that. He has neutralised it. Well done. Well done, Bees. Well done. Boopathi still has more troops back here, but his city looking fairly open right now because most of his men, for some reason, are over here. Why have a cav unit back here? Here is the better spot for him. He's closer to the fight, which makes it easy for him to engage. Boopathi's general is at least in the city, so he's not going to lose his general anytime soon. He's safe as a heavy spear infantry. And B's general is also safe here, as a cav unit. But B's is breaking in the city, but I'm assuming he's sending in his weaker units first, just to be able to stop that tower from shooting, as we've seen in all other battles. Gotta be careful, too many units pulling away from the circle here. They have to be careful, they don't want it swinging any one way over another. Balance of power in favour of the attacker right now. But by only like 1 or 2%, but you can see it's 1 or 2% different. I think it's gone back down now to 50-50. And Bees, no, you don't want this, Bees. The tower is going back to Boopathi. Bees does not want this. He needs to get this unit in here quick. But he's not doing it. He's not doing it. The tower's going to flip. And with that, Colchis under Boopathi once again owns this tower. And it's shooting. These players, I think, just need a bit of caffeine. I think that's what they need in their army right now. Not for the soldiers, but for themselves. They need to spot these little mistakes that they're making. And I think just a bit of caffeine could go a really long way here. Because that tower's now shooting at them. And they're just going to sit there and accept it, taking unnecessary losses. Maybe I am a perfectionist in my battles. I like to minimise losses as often as possible. He's not even brought the siege towers forwards. Which means these towers are shooting at the men, not at the towers. Again, another waste. And Bees here should not allow Boopathi to get this far up the hill. He should be here. This should be his line. Right here, where my mouse is. And he should have the high ground advantage and be pushing them back. Boopathi also should not be standing here. He has the potential right now to move onto this side here. To really get onto this bit of high ground. Well, not the high ground, but to get off the lower ground is what I'm saying. And I think he's noticed that now. Yeah, we see him pushing forwards. He's noticed it. He's making the move. He's realised Bees has made a mistake. Get up here and make the push. What is Bees doing? Bees is throwing this. They're repositioning now. And then Boopathi's like, oh, that's a little too much commitment from me. He does want to retreat, but he's going to push forwards now with the archers. Getting some shots in on the general, I think, is the plan. But then he's having to pull back. You've got to be careful with this because your armies are divided, so you cannot invest too heavily into it. Right, now he's got the opening, but again he has to be careful because he doesn't want all of B's troops going for him here. Meanwhile, in the city, he has once again neutralised the tower after taking, I'm sure, what was a load of losses. And my S key is stuck. Hold on. There we go. Right, he's neutralised the tower again, but he's lost another unit. He's going to push them in the back, but that leaves his flank open. He could get charged in the back there. If this unit goes for them, that unit can go in the back and really cut them down. Yeah, he's doing it. Boopathi is noticed. And now Boopathi, this unit here goes into those, or that unit goes into those. Yeah. So you're fighting those on two flanks. Yep, like that. Now you're going to easily break that unit. Bees, what are you doing? You're just not paying enough attention, I don't think. I've got to give more credit to the players. There's a lot going on in this battle. Oh, and I'm spectating as Boopathi as well, for the balance of power there. I think I got that wrong earlier, my bad. There's a lot going on in this battle. People, players, including myself, are going to get confused in the heat of the moment. It does happen. Believe it or not. But us, Rome 2 players and commentators like me, we are not perfect. I know the viewers here might struggle to believe that, but it is unfortunately true. The cavalry charging in over here. I'm messing around, of course. You got to be careful with your general. You don't want to lose him early on, but I think B is here doing a lot better with his general, keeping him safe. Boopathi's general is here, also safe. Pushing out of the city. That's an interesting move. Using B's own breach to make a push. Interesting move. That's a good cav charge. Taking out the archers. Sending them completely flying. Woo! And this battle here, for me, is looking in favour of Boopathi, the defender, by quite a bit. I don't think Bees can win it. He's about to lose this unit here. That unit's done a break. It's chaos outside here, but once this unit breaks, the tower goes back into Boopathi's favour. He's holding this wall here, so the tower's just going to keep on shooting. Yep, there we go. He's going to take the tower back, it's going to shoot at all of Bees' men again, and then out here it is chaos. I should really be casting this more. The general is engaged here for Boopathi. Bees needs to kill the general, but I don't think he's going to be able to do it. He doesn't have enough men over here. Boopathi has more troops, yeah, bring all of those in. But if I was Boopathi, I would actually bring my general back in here now. I would say, I've got the tower, I've got a lot of advantages right now, pull the general in, play it safe. I don't think he needs this level of risk. That being said, he is breaking units. It is working for him, but he just needs to be very careful. He does not want to lose his general. If he loses the general, it could flip around back in favour of Bees. Charging in his swordsman, trying to help out his general over here. You need to pull him out. This is a waste of a potential general. Let these units here cover you as you do so, and continue fighting over here. He has broken out of the city, and he's making a push on the spearmen, who are running away. But they don't want to fight this, they're running, they're going home. Taking more and more tower shots. And then getting engaged in the back. This is what I mean, you need to pay more attention to this. And it's general versus general over here. Boopathi, you're down to the final 34 bodyguards. Your general is still alive, but only by a miracle so far. And Bees, your general, why? Why has he lost so many men? Okay, to be fair, he's got 221 kills. Boopathi, your general, only has 55 kills, and has lost most of his bodyguards. Get him out of there. Bring units out to reinforce him. That was a mistake. But both still have their generals alive. Yes. But for how long? Boopathi could lose his general here, and that could flip the battle in the opposite direction. Look how desperate Bees is. He's breaking the general is wavering. Boopathi, why? Why take such a risk? General recently died. Boopathi. Why would you do that? You had this battle, I think. He could still win. He could still win it. But it's going to be a lot harder now with that morale hit. Pull back into the city. Yes, like that. You need the towers now. You really need those towers working for you. Bring in more troops. I guess that works if you're fighting the archers. I still don't know who's going to win this one. Who won the last one? Macedon versus Armenia. I honestly don't remember. I've commentated so many battles my brain is gone. Oh, that's a big cav charge for Bees. That's going to wipe out 3 units there. That's going to be absolutely devastating. And just, you saw the balance of power dip there by like 25%. That's why you don't sacrifice your general like that. Because the morale is now so low, the balance of power just flipped completely against him. And Bees now, he's in the position to make the push according to the balance of power, but he has to be careful of those towers. This is still a close battle here. Okay, last battle the defender won, didn't he? Yeah, so Bees won the last battle. Defending. Yes, now Boopathi is defending. I hope I got that right. And Boopathi, your one advantage in this world is the towers. Why are you pulling away from the towers to fight this outside of the city? When your morale is so low, why would you do that at this point? Especially when you're winded. You could stand there and just get yourself fresh. Why? Again, a waste of so many advantages. And Boopathi, why are you fighting this outside of the city here? Very unfortunate to see. But well done Bees on getting the win there. Well done Bees. Losses almost identical. 2415, 2414. 266 kills on that cav unit there, and the general survived. That is a good use of a cavalry general unit. This is a bad use of a general unit. He also got 0 kills on that unit, 0 kills there. 284 and 230 on those axemen. Some of these X-Men did really well, but everything else was just lacking, and the loss of a general made everything fall later in the game. That being said, Bees should have been a lot better there at keeping that tower. Anyway, link is down below if you want to take part in future tournaments yourself. There is a $200 prize pool for the current one. Hope you enjoyed.